So good morning everyone and welcome back in today's class. So today we have few things left in our bucket and let's start with something interesting. Let's start with something on the database view. I try to show something on the PA part if it has been activated or the interactive filter, but we'll try to cover two topics mainly, database view and will become the GRC part. So the question come, what is database view? If you had you study in your graduation or the post graduation about the RDBMS, Relational Database Management, or DBMS, Database Management System. Okay, there's a language come, there's a skill set come called the SQL, which says that you can write your queries into the database and you can fetch the results. In that SQL, if you go to little more advanced part, there's a concept come that's called the join. Join as an indicates the layman language or the English meaning indicates that you are joining one or more thing, two or more things. I can say it's a join. So database view is also kind of a joining of the multiple tables. Now, why I said multiple table? Because we done our session on the reporting and the dashboard. We see in the reporting and the dashboard that we can create only our report. Sorry, we can create a report only on the one table at a given point of time. Either I can create on the incident, either I can create on the task, I can create on the SLA, I can create on the change, I can create on the problem. Now the thing is that customer says, sorry, this is not the way that we are looking for service now. We need little more thing in the service now. And then service now come up with a concept called the database view. Database view says when you are combining more than one table at a single place, it becomes the database view. मतलब अगर मैं SQL की लैंग्वेज में बात करूं तो database view एक्चुअल में एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. ये रन टाइम पे जाता है, टेबल्स को कलेक्ट करता है, जो फील्ड्स आप बताते हैं पिकअप करके लेके आता है, आपको शो कर देता है. ये एक्चुअली में ऐसा होता है, मतलब जहां तक मेरा नॉलेज क्या आता है, इट डजंट एग्जिस्ट फिजिकली इन एनी ऑफ द सिस्टम. दैट इज इट्स कॉल्ड द व्यू. दैट इसको टेबल बोल देते हैं. व्यू क्या है? देखने का तरीका, देखने का नजरिया, कि आपको अभी ये दिख रहा है, थोड़ी देर में नहीं दिखेगा. ठीक है. So today we'll see that how I can create a database view of the two or more tables. We generally not recommend more database view. क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है, इससे प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है कई बार परफॉर्मेंस इंपैक्ट हो जाता है. नाउ द क्वेश्चन कम, अतुल कैन यू गिव मी यूज केस वेयर वी कैन यूज डेटाबेस व्यू. आई वांट अ रिपोर्ट of the incident and incident SLA where I can see incident field as well, I can see the SLA field as well. अभी देखो, if you want to create this report, either you can create on the incident table or either you can create on the incident SLA table or the task SLA table. लेकिन दोनों में आपको सारे फील्ड नहीं मिलेंगे. If you want the fields from the both of the tables, कि मुझे I want a single report where I can see incident ID, incident category, subcategory, assignment group, all these things, and I want to see that what is the SLA of incident, breach, met, how much time has been gone or not. So these things you have to do via the database view. Now, if you want to join two things, if you want to join two tables, there should be at least one parameter should be common between these two. In the incident table, let me try to open it. It's wake up now. On the incident table, I have an incident record, incident number, right? On the task SLA table, also I have an incident number. So I have to give this condition that if incident number is matching with the task SLA incident number, only then show me the results. ठीक है, अभी वेकअप हो रहा हुआ नहीं प्रॉपर. ठीक है, then show me the results. So you can combine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables. You can combine easily, but you have to be do some linking in all tables. Okay, database view is kind of a table only. I'm saying it is kind of a table. It is not a table. It is kind of a table because you can use the database view in your reports or the dashboard as well. On the reporting part, you can use when you select in the table, you're selecting incident. You can select the view as well. As I'm going to create a view, so this will start with the u underscore. It will start with the u underscore. So let me show you here the view now. Number one, only admin can do this part. No one else can do this thing. Okay. So let me go here and search for the database view. I will show you one example and then we can try to create one more our side as well. Because I have a lot of plugins installed, so I can see a lot of other ones. So let me see if I have anything on the incident table so that I can show you that how it's identified, how it's do the matching part. Okay, let's take this one. Incident SLA. Any doubt till this point, Ankit, Surya, Ronald? This is again purely technical part. इसमें consulting भी नहीं है, because this is not we are doing. We are just telling to customer yes होगा कि नहीं होगा. That is the only thing. So what this says basically that we have a database view. इसका नाम है incident underscore SLA. What this view is doing? Join the incident to SLA to report the things like incident resolved by SLA per incident category. Now you cannot create a report, this report on a single table. अगर आप इंसिडेंट टेबल लेंगे तो आपको SLA नहीं मिलेंगे, आप SLA टेबल लेंगे तो आपको कैटेगरीज नहीं मिलेंगी. कस्टमर से मुझे तो भाई पर कैटेगरी वाइज डिटेल्स देखना है. कैन यू शो मी, कैन यू टेल मी हाउ इट कैन बी डन? सो व्हाट वी डिड, देयर इज कॉल्ड द लेबल एंड द प्रूडर्स. ओके, इसका थोड़ा सा कंसेप्ट अलग है. ओके, मैं इसको कैसे बोलूं मैं, ठीक है, इसको मैं अभी आपको बताता हूँ. यहाँ लेवल प्रूडर्स हम जब यहाँ डिस्कस करेंगे तब बताता हूँ मैं आपको इसको. ठीक है, नाउ कम हियर. Simple, I creating a database view. My name is there. Label plural. I can say generally we use the same thing, and plural become double with the s. इसका specific purpose I'll to be check. I'll tell you. Now which table you want to join, which table you want to do the database view. So I said I want to do the task SLA and the incident. Okay, open this task SLA table. When I open this task SLA table, I can see two things. Number one, you can see the variable prefix and the where clause. Where clause is blank here. So if you remember in SQL we write select star from where department is, because जब तक where नहीं लगाओगे तब तक आपके पास limited records नहीं आएंगे. What this prefix mean here? Now let's take example. On the task SLA, I have a field which said number. That also contain the incident number. On the incident table also, I have a field called the number. Now when the report will come, how you will identify that this particular field belong to task table or the incident table. So this thing help us to identify that if any field of this table contain this as a prefix, which indicate that it is coming from the SLA table. When we run this thing, I can show you this part. So here I just mentioned, okay, this is the first table I want to join. Now I go back. Now I open the incident table. In incident table, everything is fine. Okay, but only this thing has been changed. What is the where clause it is? What it is saying? It is saying that task SLA table underscore task, जो टेबल आपने पहले बनाया है उसका जो टास्क है उसका अगर मैच करता है सिस आईडी इंसिडेंट के सिस आईडी से, देन शो मी द रिजल्ट. लेट मी शो यू लाइक दिस हियर. चलो INC है ये टेबल और ये SLA टेबल है, ठीक है. In this I have a number, in this I have a category, in this I have a number, in this I have a SLA. What they're saying if this इसका sys ID इसके sys ID से मैच कर जाए. I'm not saying the incident number, क्योंकि number can be reshuffled, number can be flushed it again, but sys ID will always remain constant in each and every environment if you're moving the same data. Data तो move करते हम transaction data तो move करते ही नहीं. So we are saying that if the sys ID of this particular table is been matched with the sys ID of this particular table, then show me the results of this particular combination. Clear हुआ? Any doubt here? Any question? Ankit, Ronald, Surya.
Not exactly. We'll try to catch up again.
पूछो अगर कुछ है तो. Sorry, what is the?
इसका purpose क्या है?
Purpose इसका purpose इसका ये है when you want a report from the two tables. That is the purpose. Or you are talking about the purpose of this where clause?
No. So it's basically like a query. You're creating a
yes. You're writing a query from the front end.
Okay.
Like I say, go to market, find the shops where you will get cosmetic of this product is equal to cosmetic of this product. या तो ये या इसका कॉस्मेटिक अगर आईडी के कॉस्मेटिक आईडी से मैच हो जाता है वो लेके आ जाओ मेरे लिए. तो वहां पर आपको 2-3 शॉप्स में हो सकता है आपको जनरल स्टोर पे चीज मिल जाए, हो सकता है आपको कॉस्मेटिक शॉप पे चीज मिल जाए. सो सर्विस नाउ से बॉस आई कैन नॉट गिव यू दिस फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ऑन द फ्रंट एंड कि यहां पर आप 2-3 टेबल्स को ऐड कर पाओ. सो आई एम गिविंग यू द डेटाबेस व्यू. Why? Because in ServiceNow everything has been stored in the table format only, and you can run your SQL command in the front end, and it will bring the result for you. Now, if I go back and let's do the try it. This one. Let me show you the results here. What it bring for us. So now you can see. Now this is the combination of two tables. This report is the combination of the two tables. Number 1 for the task SLA and number 2 for the incident. Now the question comes, अतुल ये जो नंबर है ये कौन सी उसका है? ये टास्क SLA का है या फिर ये मेरा इंसिडेंट टेबल का है? So now if you open it, gear icon, you can see here this number, how they'll be using this number. Maybe from the task one. So now you can see here, they just put this in. Created by task table sys and created by INC underscore sys. Means this created by indicate that it is coming from the task SLA. This created by indicate that is coming from the incident. So if you see there's a difference. The incident has been created by the employee, but SLA has been created by the admin here. Now if I go back again, I can show you something. So now like you can see here, active. This says SLA is active. This says incident is active. So why this prefix we use? To identify these things, changes. Number is not there. I can see. So like this domain path, you can see. क्रेडिट हो गया, अपडेटेड में चेक कर सकते हैं. सी अपडेटेड हो गया आपका दिस थिंग्स. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द पर्पस ऑफ द डेटाबेस व्यू. द ओनली थिंग इज दैट यू शुड नो दैट हाउ आई एम clubbing it, how I am joining these two tables, on which parameter I am using it, and then you can do it at your end very easily. So now if I scroll, if I go back here and let me show you something new. Maybe let's see anything on the change we have. So now this thing, chain task SLA I want. So they have a same concept they have a for the task and they club with the change. So this is the concept we use in the database view. This is pure technical part, pure development. So here you can see only two things. You can put 3, 4, 5 tables as well, but avoid as many as table because it go to the database and bring out all the results for you. And now it is a table for you. If you go to the reports, you search for this one, you will find very easily. It will available in the table drop down only. अंकित क्लियर हुआ पॉइंट यहाँ तक?
I will try that. मैं अभी PDF पे भी ट्राई करूंगा कि 2 टेबल्स पे क्लब करके अगर हो पाए तो. So we'll try that.
हो पाएगा. Maybe you try to create the same table again, same option again.
There's a difference between drill down and database view, right?
Yes, definitely. Drill down work on the this thing the report level. Database you work on this part. If you have a table ready, you can drill down on the report. But database view says you are be combining 2 tables just to get your reports. That is the difference.
So
Okay.
most commonly used is probably drill downs, right?
It totally depends that what is the need of the customer, what they want to do, what they want to see in the reporting part. It's not like they are always using a drill down. No. Okay. It depends. Okay. Now let me come to the second concept or second topic of the same sequence. PA, performance analytics. This is a new concept has been added in ServiceNow. Okay, a separate module is available. You need to be install the plugin and then you can use that. I have not much depth knowledge in PA. Okay, but what I know, I'll tell you. So number one, it provides us a simple dashboard as well. And it is a place where you can do some kind of a calculation as per your need. You cannot do the calculation on the reports. You cannot do the calculation on the table level कि भाई कितना % SLA खत्म हो गया वो मुझे show करो नहीं. So these things you can do on the PA part. Okay, so now you can see these are the PA dashboards are available. Few PA dashboards are there. So like this you can see. Maybe I can just open this. Okay, so let me come and show you here. So in the PA, the first point is that you have to put the indicator. What indicator means specifically? Indicator says that, boss, if I reach up to this value or I reach up to this limit, then show my report. This is called the concept of the indicator. I'm not sure that in your house you have or not, but in my house, maybe in my hometown, I can say we have a one more light which has been put it on the electricity board in each and every room. That is called the indicator. If that is on, I say yes, we have electricity. If that is off, I say there's no electricity in my home now. That is an indicator, and that also take electricity. That also counted in the bill as well. But we have because it indicates that we have a current or not. So like we have to create an indicator like this. So number of percentage, see percentage of incident resolved. This percentage you cannot calculate on the reporting part easily, but this thing you can do in the what I can say in the PA part. I never work on this area. What I'm telling is basically just from the experience little bit which I get it from my previous project experience. Okay. So now you want to see that how many percentage of incident resolved by the first assigned groups. Suppose there's an incident which has been assigned to the 5 groups. Now you want to know that how many times the first group has been closed the ticket or resolved the ticket. That percentage you want to know. So for that you have to create the indicators, and it is a formula based. So it's a direction maximize. I have clearly no idea, but here you can put the formula. You can see number of resolved incident by first group divided by number of resolved incident into 100. This is a way that you can calculate the percentage. Now ये चीज आपको रिपोर्ट्स में नहीं मिलेगी, स्टैंडर्ड रिपोर्ट्स में नहीं मिलेगी, and that is the reason ServiceNow has introduced this PA option, where you can go and create your own formulas easily, and then you can use that part. And then, okay, this thing is good. You can break down your these things report. I created one what I can say, a video on the process optimization where I use this breakdown system. Now suppose I want to see that, suppose let's say in a month how many percentage of the incident has been resolved by the first assignment group. That is a 70%. Out of 70 I want to see how much are the P1 or the priority wise and how much on the category wise. So these things called the breakdown. You're breaking your results in a separate sections, in a separate criteria, so that you can identify and you can do that part. Okay, contributing indicators, maybe some other indicators are there which are being used here. So this thing. Now the question comes, Atul, how we can identify? ये वाला कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे हम? प्रॉब्लम तो ये है मेन, तो नंबर ऑफ रिजॉल्व इंसिडेंट्स तो मिल जाएंगे टोटल मुझे, बट हाउ वी आइडेंटिफाई दिस थिंग? मे बी वी हैव सम अदर मेथड हियर. Number of resolved incident and number of resolved incident by the first assignment group. This is again another indicator has been created. Let's see what they mention. Because you are not sitting here and you are saying, okay, bhai, kitne hai. So this thing you want as a number. Let's say it's called as a hash. But how it's been running, I have no idea. Priority, category, this thing, any jobs are running? No. I have literally no idea that how this, they are still calculating the first assignment group is there. Incident. Oh, okay, see. So what this is go to the incident table and see if reassignment count is 0. मतलब जिसका reassignment count 0 है वो मेरा पहला assignment group होगा. Right? Suppose I'm working in a L1. If Servidesk is assigning to me the ticket, so the reassignment count become 1 here, not the 0. So it says if get the all the incidents where the reassignment count is 0. तो यहां से आपको वो ग्रुप वो टिकट्स मिल जाएंगे जिसका reassignment count 0. इसका मतलब जो ग्रुप they have assigned, they are the one who are going to be resolve the ticket on the first point of time, and then you can do that part. I literally I don't want to be keep it anything on the dark or want to give any wrong information here. What I know I'm just putting in front of you here. You can see automated indicator, you can create manual indicator, you can put formula indicators as well. These things are there. Then you can create a different breakdowns are there. Any sources you want to run, maybe I can say on a specific table you want to run this kind of a jobs. So those things you can do it. Okay. We have a different widgets, we have a hub as well, so you can see here. So like if I see, we already see this thing, right? Let me go back and see. If if I have something different here. MCA performance. Let's see. There is nothing called for the performance. Let's see. KPIs are there or change का कुछ है क्या? I'll show you that.
Well, by default, there are certain plugins to install for getting
Yes.
PA.
Yes. It is totally plugin based.
PA and PI both are plugin based, right?
Yes. PA and PI both are the plugin based. I am putting something on the KPIs part. Maybe okay. Let's see this thing. Okay, this is a good example to see. Age of open chain change compliance dashboard. Let me show you this. Completeness नहीं ये नहीं चाहिए हमें. CMDB flow designer legacy learning. ठीक है, let me open this. So now you can see here. Change success score. I'm not sure that they are able to show something or not here. Okay. Percentage of change, successful change. They're not saying number of changes are successful. They're saying percentage of successful change. This thing you can get it only from the PA part. And it is coming only from the PA itself. कहीं से automatically नहीं आ रहा. So the top you can see. These are called the interactive filter. So if I change my assignment group, maybe I can go here and I say let put, give me a minute, let me close the door. Okay, so now I can click on the apply. So this is the interactive filter which go into the database and find out the changes which has been assigned to this particular group. As of now, there is a no result is there. Let me go and change it. So now you can see all the groups are there. Let me see any changes there. And apply. Interactive filter basically work on the top level. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये सिर्फ एक के लिए काम करेगा, नहीं, ये सबके लिए काम करेगा. Let's see, it has been working. Okay, it's global. That's fine. Maybe I can change the dashboard in the change success. Let me change it this thing. Change success, right? This one. And now let me change it. क्योंकि scoping अलग है. That is getting the different scope. So now there's a no result because there's a no change has been assigned to this particular team, or maybe it's fetching some results for me. No, nothing is there. But you can create, if you have data in your system, then you can get the results. Ankit, you pick up one term, PA and PI, right? Ankit, Rohit, you're speaking on the mute.
Yeah.
What is PI?
Predictive intelligence.
And how it is different from the PA?
PI uses probably machine learning solutions, wherein the PA doesn't use that. Both have a terms of forecasting, but I think PI is more.
No. PA don't have a forecasting. No, PA give the results on the basis of your data.
Both give the forecasting, but PI uses machine learning solutions more in depth, wherein PA doesn't have that feature, to be honest.
What is the use case of PI? When you say the forecasting, what do you want to do forecast?
Your business, your probably business response, or probably any kind of response that you can expect from the end users, supply of tickets, supply of commodities for a certain period of time. Like you can forecast that part, to be honest. I've not used it, to be honest, but I've heard it right in like few things.
So PI, as you indicate, is basically predictive intelligence. It says that, boss, I will read your data, and on the basis of data, I'll give you some inputs, which you can use to build up your solution, which you can use to enhance your performance. पीए ये काम नहीं करता, पीए फोरकास्टिंग नहीं करता. पीए जो आपका रिजल्ट रिकॉर्ड्स हैं उसके बेस पर आपको रिजल्ट देता है परसेंटेज में. पीआई विल गिव यू द व्हाट आई कैन से डायरेक्शन कि बॉस आप इस डायरेक्शन में काम कर सकते हैं. देयर इज अ लिमिटेशन ऑफ द पीआई एज वेल. इफ यू नो, डू यू हैव एनी आइडिया व्हाट इज द लिमिटेशन ऑफ पीआई?
No.
As per ServiceNow best practice, to do any kind of a PI, you need minimum 30,000 record in your ServiceNow instance.
Oh.
Now, for example, let me take example. How Amazon, Flipkart, or other e-commerce website estimate that this Christmas my business will be go 30%, 40% more? How they know? This is called the predictive intelligence. What they did, they gather the data for the last 1 year. उन्होंने लास्ट क्रिसमस का डेटा लिया और अब तक का डेटा लिया. They put some patterns कि people less than age of 18 years or less than age of 20 years are more interested in the mobile phones. People who become a latest parents, they're interested in the baby care products. Who get married latest, they're interested in the fashion outfits. People with the age of 40 plus, they're interested something in the, because in India it's a weather of kind of winter as well, the north side. They are interested in some kind of a woolen stuff. This is a one side. Then they bifurcate on the region. They bifurcate on the country basis. This is a predictive intelligence. I don't want to be we discuss this concept little later after once the recording has been stopped. I'll give you one more example here. Okay, so this is the predictive intelligence. If you have less than, if you don't have a data, suppose you just kick off your business today. Okay, after 1 month you say let's launch a sale. लेकिन सेल किसके लिए लॉन्च करोगे? How you do the predictiveness? आपके पास डेटा ही नहीं है करने के लिए. That is the ServiceNow say, I am able to do that part for you, but give me some meaningful data. 30-40,000 records दो, मैं एक पैटर्न बिल्ड अप करके ला सकूं आपके लिए, and then you can take a decision on that part. That is the predictive intelligence. Clear? And here with this we will be completing about this concept called the interactive filter as well. You can do more interactive filter here. You can go here. If I have that plugin installed, yeah, so you can see here interactive filters, you can put it. Even on the reports as well, you have something. On the PA as well, you have something. So that depends what type of interactive filter you want to put. They just created a fancy name, interactive filter. In simple man, it is a filter only. कि बॉस ये बताओ आपको रिपोर्ट किस पैटर्न पे देखना है, कैटेगरी पे देखना है, असाइनमेंट ग्रुप पे देखना है, बिजनेस यूनिट पे देखना है. यू कैन डू दैट पार्ट, बट यस दीज आर द फिक्स्ड वन. ऐसा नहीं है कि इस पर्टिकुलर के लिए मेरे को ये चाहिए और इस पर्टिकुलर के लिए मुझे कुछ चाहिए, नहीं, ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है. इंटरेक्टिव फिल्टर वर्क ऑन द पेज लेवल. इस पेज पे आप जितने भी रिपोर्ट्स ऐड करोगे, ये सब, ये इन शॉर्ट दीज आर नथिंग, दीज आर द रिपोर्ट्स ओनली. बट ये रिपोर्ट्स में क्रिएट नहीं हुए, ये डैश पीए में क्रिएट हुए. दैट इज ओनली डिफरेंस. और कोई डिफरेंस नहीं इसमें. Maybe you can put it some filter here, personal filter on this part if you want to see these things. Okay, clear this point. यहाँ तक point clear? कोई doubt, कोई question? अंकित, रोनाल्ड, सूर्या. Because इससे ज़्यादा, truly speaking, I have no knowledge on that.
Not at all, I'm clear. I've worked on PA, so
Oh,
clear.
you are a smart guy here then.
No.
Okay. Now let me come to the GRC part. GRC is a combination of the three words: governance, risk, and compliance. मैं आपसे start करता हूँ, then I'll go to this part. Let me, in the meantime, I'll find some relevant screenshot which I generally follow. Asha, three terms. I'll pick up one term from each of you. Ankit, what do you mean by the governance?
Probably owning a process. I mean, in terms of, I'm talking in terms of SIAM. So in governance means taking ownership of a process and maintaining and probably end-to-end life cycles of that particular process is probably stated as governance. Ownership.
Ownership. अच्छा ठीक है, चलो, good. GR. Ronald, what is risk?
Risk is any uncertainty that could happen.
IT के term में थोड़ा सा बात example देंगे एक बार. What is the risk?
Risk is something unwanted or negative that could happen. It could be positive also, actually.
और थोड़ा सा example. Why I'm putting, because this is be required. This is required to be understand here. When you say risk, थोड़ा सा और depth में जाओ एक बार.
Something unwanted that could happen.
Okay, example. So I can say outage time is a risk.
Yeah, downtime is a risk.
Okay. My company reputation has been gone. It is a risk.
If it's already gone, it's become an issue. But the possibility of it going down, then that's a risk.
But it is a risk, right? It is a risk.
No, if it has already happened, then it's not a risk anymore. Then it's an issue.
Okay.
But if it could happen, like, there's a possibility of that event happening, then it's a risk.
ठीक है. Surya, what is compliance?
Compliance is like, you can say, like accepting the set of rules or like following them.
Then what is the difference between compliance and the this thing, I can say, governance?
Governance is like one oneself, like taking the ownership of that particular work or the thing which they are going to do. Like, and compliance is like maintaining the standard rules and then the orders that needs to be done while doing that particular work.
Okay. ठीक है. Now I come to the service normal example. What GRC specifically say? As this is a combination of the three words. और जो मैं आपको जैसे पूरे डिस्क्लेमर है, जो मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ, ये सब मैंने किसी से पढ़ा था और ड्यू टू सम रीजंस वो क्लास बीच में छूट गई. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू टू दैट पर्सन जो भी सुन रहे हैं इसको, उनको पता है. ठीक है. उन्होंने जितना पढ़ाया वो मुझे याद है और आई कैन जस्ट शेयर दैट नॉलेज विद यू. इसका प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर मेरे पास नहीं है, बट व्हाट आई नो, व्हाट आई लर्न फ्रॉम हिम, आई कैन शो यू हियर. ठीक है. इसलिए मैं एक स्पेसिफिक स्क्रीनशॉट भी ढूंढ रहा था जो मुझे मिल जाता, थोड़ा अच्छा रहता, इजी रहता मैं समझने के लिए. ठीक है. So it is a combination of three words: governance, risk, and compliance. The first question comes: why this concept come into the picture? Because companies are thinking that if I have a monetary loss, I can still recover it by putting a lot of efforts or launching a new products, raising the cost. I can still recover that monetary loss. But if I have a loss of my reputation, I cannot get it back. Let's say example, I am running a food factory or food company. I am having a certification from FASSI That is a food association of करके एक जो organization है, right? I well in the market, people follow me, people take my products and all the things. After 2 years, I again have an examination investigation from the FSSI, and my certification has been taken back, and that news spread into the market. Now, definitely I'm losing my customers of one thing, but I'm losing my reputation as well. And to build a reputation is a critical thing. It's take very lot of time to build up the reputation. Nokia. It was a time when Nokia captured the market, but now they're not able to do, they're not able to come back to the market because they're losing their things. Multiple reasons can be there. So to save that part, they says that boss, I need some component on the place which can help me to save this risk. ये रिस्क सबसे बड़ा है, पैसा नहीं, ये रिस्क सबसे बड़ा, रेपुटेशन गया तो धंधे लोगों खत्म हो जाते हैं बिल्कुल, ठीक है. नाउ that is the concept of the risk. Now governance and the compliance. To run any business, we need to be compliant with some of the standards. Like if I want to run my trainings in a good manner, so I have to maintain a good relationship with you guys. I should not go very personal to you. चला सा चल पीते हैं बैठ के, चला आजा घूमते हैं, नहीं. That is not as per the compliance I'm there. If I do this thing, maybe someone can go and put on the Glassdoor or maybe on the LinkedIn. No, Atu se training mat lena. He's do like this things with the participants. So I have to maintain some compliance so that it should not be hampered my reputation and it can be work for me. Now come on the governance part. Governance says that to run this program, I have to put some kind of a policies. I have to put some kind of a to be controls. Only then I can run this part. Let's take example. If I say, okay, guys, you can transfer your fees to me in 2 days or 3 days. Okay. And this happened my previous batch as well. People did not pay me the fees. In that case, I cannot run this training for a long time. Then I make it a rule. If you did not pay the fee, I have to stop your class forcefully. That is the governance I have to put. I have to put some policy. I'm introducing a word here called the policy. You can see here. Policy. See here. Policy. Rules. Controls. I have to put that policy. I have to put that rules. I have to put that controls. ताकि इतना होगा तो इतना आप काम कर पाओगे. That is the crunch of the GRC here. That is the basic fundamental, the basic program of a GRC here. ठीक है? Any doubt till this point so that we can proceed further? Anyone? Ankit, Surya, Ronald?
No.
Okay. Let me come to this screenshot then. See, this research gate is basically we use in our PhD. This is a kind of a good publication journal here, where the people publish their what I can say, their papers. So it is a good website. ResearchGate is a good website, and I was happy. Oh, I'm able to see this part. Okay, let me open this. If I can open little more. नहीं हुआ क्या? नहीं, ठीक है. So now on this we have a few parameters: policy management, audit management, issue management, and risk management. ठीक है. इतना deep में या इतना ज़्यादा we're not able to discuss here. ठीक है. But I'll tell you here. You have a risk कि boss, if something goes wrong, then I may lose $1 billion on that part. I may lose my reputation. To cover your risk, you have a policy management on the place. Let's have a policy. Let's have a rule on the place which help you to minimize your risk. देखो रिस्क कभी खत्म नहीं होता है. This is the fundamental which I read in where I can say in software engineering, or there's one topic is there in my post graduation. रिस्क कभी खत्म नहीं होता है. If you are fully insured, it doesn't mean you never die. No, it will just minimize your risk. कि भाई अगर लॉस होगा तो कुछ पैसा वापस मिल जाएगा. And that is the reason these companies are growing. Insurance, what is insurance basically? मर गए तो पैसा, मर गए तो हमें नहीं मिलेगा, जी गए तो पैसा मिल जाएगा 100 साल के बाद मिलेगा. They have the policies like that. But it is reducing the risk कि भाई अगर मेरे को कुछ हो जाता है कल मेरी फैमिली को दिक्कत नहीं होनी चाहिए, और उसी के लिए हम इंश्योरेंस कराते हैं. सालों साल इंश्योरेंस भरते रहते हैं, वो पैसा आगे मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट होता रहता है और हमें एक टाइम के बाद उसका सम एश्योर्ड मिल जाता है. सो वी हैव अ पॉलिसीज हियर. ठीक है, व्हेन यू सी हियर पॉलिसीज, यहां पर आए पॉलिसीज और यहां पर इंटरनल कंट्रोल्स होते हैं. व्हाट इंटरनल कंट्रोल मींस हियर? I says if anyone breaches my incident, maybe it is a security incident, if someone breach, I have to put some control here. If I say, okay, I missed out one basic funda. GRC का basic funda, the main what I can say, the base or the core is your standards. ITL, ITSM, COBIT, PMP, PRINCE2, जितने भी मार्केट में स्टैंडर्ड्स चलते हैं ये सब उनका बेस है. ठीक है, ये चीज तो बहुत बाद में आती है, ये सब चीजें बाद में आती है. सो I'll start from that only. Still we have few more minutes. I'll pick up that things. ठीक है, let's say a company X says that boss I am CMMI 5 certified. What this mean? It means they are following the principles, they are following the standards which are mentioned in CMMI 5. Now the question come, are they following all the standards? Let's take example, a human being. मैं कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता. ये अगर मैं कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता इसका मतलब मैं हमेशा सच बोलता हूं. दिस इज अ गुड स्टैंडर्ड. लोग बोलेंगे हाँ भाई वो बड़ा सच्चा आदमी है, बट क्या मैं सच्चा हूं? ये और इसको प्रूव करने के लिए, इसको देखने के लिए मेरे पास कई पैरामीटर हैं. क्या मैं सिर्फ घर में झूठ नहीं बोलता? मैं दुकानदार हूं, मुझे झूठ बोलना पड़ता है अपने कस्टमर को क्योंकि मुझे अपना प्रोडक्ट बेचना है. ठीक है, सो ऐसा कभी नहीं होता कि हर कंपनी हर स्टैंडर्ड का सारे प्रिंसिपल्स को फॉलो करती है. नहीं, मैं आईटी इंडस्ट्री में हूं, मैं टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री में हूं या मैं फाइनेंस इंडस्ट्री में हूं, तो अगर सीएमएमआई के फाइनेंस में 500 पॉलिसीज हैं या 500 प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, तो उस 500 में से कितने मेरे लिए वैलिड हैं? मे बी आई कैन से ओनली 10 आर वैलिड फॉर मी, एंड आउट ऑफ 10 how many I am following at point of time? क्यों? Because later I have to give that proof to my audit department. Like if I take example, on the day one of this course, I told everybody should get your personal instance and you have to do the practice. And believe me, I did not ask in the meantime. Now it is the time for the audit. I asked 4 days back, everybody say yes, Atul, we are doing the practice. Ankit say yes, Ronald say yes, Surya said yes. Today I am going to be asked, okay, show me your table name, give me your catalog item name, I want to be cheap. Now how you will prove me right or wrong? तो आप यहाँ फंस जाओगे. And that is the reason you say, Atul, I'll do only practice for the workflow, क्योंकि मेरा workflow ही कमजोर है, बाकी मुझे नहीं चाहिए कुछ भी practice के लिए. So you clarify that particular standard in the beginning only, and you make a policy to implement that. let me stop here and ask a reverse question. What you understand till this point? या कुछ भी समझ नहीं आया? Ronald, let me start from you, because why I'm picking up you, because you are ITIL expert here. You can understand these terms little quickly.
Yeah, I understood the terms, what you were saying. I just didn't understand the question. I mean, what was your question to me?
My question basically says that if you are be in this training, right? And on the day one, I said, boss, if you are in this training, you have to do the hands-on.
Right, I understood.
Everybody say yes. If you do the hands-on, only then I will say yes, you are the certified in my training area. After 30 days, 40 days, I ask you, okay, show me your table name, show me your catalog items, what you done on the hands-on part. Then if you done the practice, then you can show me. If you don't do the practice, you cannot show me the evidences, right?
Correct.
Now the question comes, Atul, in your training, I have a 30-40 content, but I want to do if you tell me this thing in the beginning, Atul, I will do hands-on only for the workflow, because that is my weak area. So it means out of my 40 standards, you are picking up only one standard and you are doing the hands-on on that part. And during the audit, I will give a sign of yes, you are compliant on my training, because what standard you pick up, you done that part. So in short, when we work in an industry, we cannot follow each and every principle. We cannot follow each and every standard of the main standards like ISO, COBIT, ITL. We cannot follow all the 100 of the parameters. We pick up only few parameters which are applicable for me. Like if I take example of the manufacturing company. Okay. If you want to establish a manufacturing company, you have to follow 100 of the rules, right? You are doing the manufacturing at your own step. आपके सारे employees certified वो होने चाहिए, insured होने चाहिए, उनका PF होना चाहिए, all these things. Now you say, Atul, yes, I'm a manufacturing industry, but I outsource everything. तो मेरे लिए 50 में से कुछ applicable है, मेरे लिए सिर्फ एक applicable है, that I should have a legal agreement with my outsourcing company. So out of 100, only one is applicable for you. And during the audit time, if you show me that, if you show me this thing during the audit time, then I will say, yes, you are the compliant to this particular standard. This is the fundamental of the GRC here. Ankit and Surya, any doubt? ये पूरा theoretical है अभी. People run a lot of batches for GRC actually.
थोड़ा बाउंसर था लेकिन हाँ थोड़ा बहुत आ गया.
So now the question comes, if suppose I want my training is the CMMI certified, or let's say ISO certified. Okay. Now in ISO I have a 40 or 50 controls. ठीक है कि बॉस आपको ये सब चीजें करनी पड़ेंगी. I see that what I'm doing at point of time, and out of 50, how many are matching or is must for me to follow. So maybe I say out of 40, I get only 10. Now to implement that 10, I will create a policies on the place. भाई अब देखो, now if you take example, when budget has been presented in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, ठीक है, it has a approximately 40-50 pages, right? होता है ना? But on the WhatsApp, we just get a crunch only. कि बॉस सैलरी पर्सन के लिए ये आया है, फार्मर के लिए ये आया है, ग्रोसरी वालों के ये आया है, ज्वेलर्स के लिए ये आया है. And to see that part, you start working on your investment. कि बॉस मेरे लिए तो इतना ही applicable है, so you may start making your policies there. That if any of my employee breach that policy, I have a risk there. If you see in our companies, We are working in a MNCs nowadays. We as a employees are not allowed to present our company in the market, or maybe I can say on the TV. Maybe something goes wrong with my company, and I should not become a public spoke for the same. कि टीवी पे ले गए, अरे अतुल ग्रोवर आप इस कंपनी में काम करते हैं, आपकी कंपनी को ये हो गया बोलो. We are not allowed to do that part. We have a policy for the same in our system. If I do this thing, I am breaching that policy, and that can be risk for me. And if I breach that, it can be a compliance for me. And to do the compliance, I need someone on the place, governance body. वो यहाँ पर आती है. Before few years back, there's a no policy for the harassment in company. Sexual harassment का कोई policy नहीं था. But now we have a specific bodies in our companies who work on this area. And now it is applicable for the both of the parties. Male and female both can do this harassment case. Right? So वो क्या है? उसका governance है. उसका risk है. If this news go back or in the market, it can problem for me company. And I want to make sure that my company should be compliant on this Sexual Harassment Act. I have to show the records. If someone raises an issue, there's a request, I should follow a governance committee here, and they should follow the complete things. So in short, in the GRC, in short, because the things which I'm telling you, I learned approximately a journey of 4 to 5 weeks. जो मैं आपको 15-20 मिनट में बता दूंगा. Crunch is only that. In GRC, main fundamental is your standards. Okay, I forget one name here, which we can integrate with ServiceNow, and you will get all the standards as well. I forget that name. So you get all the standards in your ServiceNow instance. Once you get that instance, you see how many controls are there and which control is applicable for you. And to follow that control, you have a policy on the place. And then you have a policy, and on the basis of the policy, you do your risk management, you do your governance, and you do your compliance as well. This is the, in short, in crunch behavior of the GRC. Let me show you something here. In the meantime, any question, let me try to open here. Let me change it to the, maybe I don't have a plugin installed. So like you can see here, see, policy and procedure, control and mic controls. Let's say all control, attestations होते हैं यहाँ पे. So there's a lot of terms are there which we cannot discuss in 15-20 minutes. But let me show you this thing. क्योंकि जिससे मैंने इतना पढ़ा उसने बोला कि आप plugin वगैरह इंस्टॉल करो, आप करो काम. So like this, I have a control. So I have a control here. Like if you are supporting a financial or a banking client, they have a control that they cannot upload their customer credit card information in the HTTP server. तो ये उसका कंट्रोल बनाया जाता है यहाँ पर एक प्रॉपर. Establish and maintain a remote access teleworking program. कि बॉस आपको अगर कुछ भी डेटा ट्रांसफर करना है तो आपका एक स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मेट होना चाहिए. ये वो है कंट्रोल. And now this control is falling under which standard? We can see here. यहां से आते हैं, इसके कहां गया, कंटेंट रेफरेंस में से बेसिकली निकल के आते हैं, यहाँ पर होता है. Let me show some other things here. ये सारे ड्राफ्ट है ना. ग्रुप बाय स्टेट. हाँ जैसे देखो ये है रिव्यू, लेट मी ट्राई दिस थिंग। देखो जैसे कंट्रोल है, मैनेज चेंज रिक्वेस्ट, इट्स शोइंग कंप्लाइंट। Believe me, GRC is very interesting topic. GRC need a lot of consulting. इसमें डेवलपमेंट इतना नहीं है. It required a lot of consulting. अगर आपका मॉडल गलत बना तो आपकी डेवलपमेंट गलत हो जाएगी. ये यहाँ पर ये चीजें मैटर करती हैं. नहीं, इसमें भी इसने कुछ नहीं डाला, वो कोई कंटेंट रेफरेंस नहीं डाला हुआ इसमें इसने. और कुछ है क्या इसमें? I can show you something here.
Actually, is any domain knowledge required for this, or will it come from the slide?
Yes. You need at least minimum domain knowledge कि टेलीकॉम के स्टैंडर्ड्स कौन से हैं, फाइनेंस के स्टैंडर्ड्स कौन से हैं.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, I'm not getting any option which I can show you. I forget that plugin name यार. एक plugin इंस्टॉल होता है जिसमें आपको सारे स्टैंडर्ड्स दिखते हैं.
Okay, so that would include your ISO standards.
Yes, everything.
Okay, would be amazing.
Everything will be there. Like policy exception. Let me see content reference. It's there. How I forget that. Go ahead.
Adding these policies, to ServiceNow as a tool.
Okay. Very valid question, Ronald here. How you will track the things in your current cases? Let's say example. I'm sure that you have some insurance policies on your name, right?
Right.
For you, your wife, your parents, your kid as well, right? Can you remember each and everything of the policy if I did not give you the written copy?
No.
Tough, right? So in the same manner, if you not put your policies in the system, how you will track that which policy I'm compliant or which policy I'm not compliant?
Okay.
कहीं तो होता ना कि हाँ, go ahead.
समझा. Go ahead, please.
ठीक है. So if you want to raise any issue, raise any risk, you have to be raise a risk on the policy level. Boss, इस policy को किसी ने breach कर दिया है. Like we have a policies in office that no one is allowed to enter into the server room. In few of the projects I work, where if you by mistake swipe your card on outside the bay where you don't have access, you get an email as well that you breach this policy. So how they track? They track the things on the policy level. Even though it is your first day in the office, you don't know that it is what is the bay meaning. Even जब मैंने start किया मुझे नहीं पता कि bay क्या होता है. वो जो मतलब even नोटो कि bay नाम का भी कुछ concept होता है. So by mistake I swipe a wrong bay, and immediately I got a mail and my manager was in CC. Atul Grover has been tried to enter in this room, in this bay. My manager called me, Atul, why you are entering that? I said, boss, sorry, it's my first day, I don't know anything. What is bay here? How I should know that it's secure bay or not? So how you track these things? You track the things on the policy level. This is the policy. Only authorized persons are allowed to enter in this particular bay. It is a policy. Who are the authorized? Who was having on their access card, who are having the access for this particular thing.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the policy here.
Okay, so basically it's like how we used to do all of this in a tracker.
Correct.
You have a notation. From a policy, you have exceptions, non-compliances, and risk.
Correct. Let me show something here. Policy. Authority. Yes, this is the thing. Authority documents I'm looking for. Right. Surya, don't be sad, yeah. It is interesting topic if you learn in the future. It is very interesting topic, and I'm telling you, this is one of the product in ServiceNow which required 80% consulting and 20% development.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
GRC is right.
I also came to know that like it is the most demanded in the market, and then there is no
Correct.
resources, like enough resources available for this.
Correct. So now the standards which we're talking is called the authority documents, right? This is the right time in service now. We call it as authority document. So now you can go here, you can see here ISO 31 R29, right? If I open this, let me say ISO 31000, I open it. See, compliance score is 0. मतलब किसी का है जिसने पॉलिसी लिया हुआ है, एंड दिस इज द प्लेस. ये मैंने यहां से पिकअप की है. There is a plugin installed in ServiceNow because what I can say, I forget again, I'm missing a term here, yeah. There is a international organization, international organization which maintain and which keep each and every standard in itself. So like I can say, like this is for the ISO, right? So इसके जैसा एक और स्टैंडर्ड वो रहता है, एक रिपोजिटरी रहता है which contain each and every standard of every organization. चाहे आप टेलीकॉम से हैं, आर यू फाइनेंस, मेडिकल साइंसेज, केमिस्ट्री, बायो, किसी से भी हैं. एंड व्हाट ServiceNow से, just do the integration with that or just take that plugin and it charge only some minimal amount per year. The benefit of doing this part means authority documents go, UCF, yes, UCF. Now I remember it. I'll show you. UCF. Universal something. Yes, universal. No, not University of UCF. Standards or something. Yep, UCF facilities. Here you can. This one or what? I'm still missing the complete name of this particular thing. But we call it the UCF. So if you do your integration with UCF, okay, then all these standards you are getting in your ServiceNow automatically. Suppose, let's say example, and pardon me for next 4-5 minutes only. Take care. Suppose I'm a telecom company. I'm using the telecom standards. Yesterday, telecom industry launched a new standard. Okay. Now, how I will get updated about this same? या तो भाई मेरा कोई रिसोर्स आके मुझे बोलेगा अतुल नया स्टैंडर्ड आया, वी नीड टू बी चेक ऑन दैट पार्ट. ठीक है. टू अवॉइड दैट पार्ट स्पेसिफिकली व्हाट वी हैव अ यूसीएफ ऑन द प्लेस. ये फ्लोरिडा यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं है, अभी भी फ्लोरिडा यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं है यार. ये आई एम स्टिल मिसिंग द यूसीएफ फुल फॉर्म हियर. ठीक है. सो यूसीएफ क्या करता है, वो अपने ऊपर सारे के सारे मतलब अपनी रिपोजिटरी में सारे के सारे स्टैंडर्ड्स को मेंटेन करता है. एंड इफ यू हैव अ इंटीग्रेशन विद द यूसीएफ, वो सारे अपडेट्स आपके पास ServiceNow में भी आ जाते हैं. एंड दैट इज द पर्पस ऑफ द यूसीएफ हियर. इसका नॉमिनल फीस लगता है हर साल का, कुछ $50 या $100 कुछ फीस रहता है एक साल का. बट द बेनिफिट इज दैट यू गेट ऑल द स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑटोमेटिकली इन द ServiceNow. उसके बाद आपको द स्टैंडर्ड्स व्हिच इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर योर इंडस्ट्री, that become the authority document for you. Like for my instance, I have ISO 31. अब ISO 31 2009 में, suppose I have a lot of principles, and out of lot of principles, only few are applicable for me. Then I'll make a policies for that particular things here. This is the concept of this particular UCF here. There's a few companies I saw which don't buy UCF membership. वो बोलते हैं नहीं हम मैनुअली अथॉरिटी डॉक्यूमेंट खुद बना लेंगे. So now if you see here, if I click here, you can see I have a new button as well. It means I hired Ronald, and Ronald is ISO 31 certified and he's so expert. He says, boss, don't take UCF membership. I'll do it for you. I know that what are the minimum requirements we have to follow. So he can go and create the authority document for the same. And now on the basis of the authority document, he start getting the policies and the controls on the place. ये citation vitation बहुत बहुत बड़ी चीजें हैं, सब चीजें it is not be applicable as of now for us, but in short if you want to learn GRC, it is very good topic for everyone to be learned here. So this is all about which I know about GRC and I'm putting in front of you now. Any doubt, any question? Anyone? Ankit, Ronald, Surya.
Like this role will be based on the experience level, or like
No, you also can try for the GRC, but you should know the GRC fundamentals from the basics. That what is authority document, what is policy, what is control, how it can be set up. These things. Definitely these things come only from the experience only. But still you can start applying in that area.
Like basically, I heard that like due to the low manpower in this domain, like the companies itself, they are like willing to give the training for their consultants.
Yes,
in this.
yes, definitely yes. So if you are getting any option, I'll say try to go for this. More than ITSM, you can spend your time on the GRC to learn. It is actually good. And that is in which I always present in my agenda that okay boss, I'll give you this much training on that area. Okay, any other doubt, any other question guys here? Today is the longest class we have. Ankit and Surya, sorry, Ankit and Ronald. Any
No.
doubt?
No.
Ankit, where are you, man?
Multitasking probably. So yeah.
Good.
For the UCF, did you said it's Unified Compliance Framework? Is that
Correct. Unified Compliance Framework. Right. Yes. Unified Compliance. Yes, this is this one. If minimum you want, read this website only. You will get little more clear picture कि बॉस आखिर में हो क्या रहा है हमारे सिस्टम के अंदर. Okay. So you can go to this part. Any other doubts so that I can answer, or we can go and stop the recording now? Okay, so let me stop the recording here first.